I'm getting excited for Comic-Con. I got my Fez, I got my Sonic, I got my costume in the bag. I leave tomorrow, I'm so happy! Okay, I want to apologize for the really crazy backlighting because I'm a little too fired up about this topic to sit. So I set up a makeshift tripod out of books in my bedroom, and yeah. So I follow a lot of different people on YouTube. Obviously I follow other booktubers, I follow writers, I follow music artists, and I follow beauty videos, all kinds of different stuff. Gamers, whatever. And one of the YouTubers that I happen to admire quite a bit is Whitney Thore. And she just got a reality show on, I forget what network, but I saw it on TV once and pointed it out that I liked her on YouTube. So, Whitney Thore does a lot of dance videos and stuff to try and promote anti-body shaming because she is bigger. And recently she did a video for Cosmo magazine on their YouTube page about tips about dating a fat girl. And it was a really great video, and she made a lot of good points. But when I watch videos, I like to see what other people say about it, and I started reading the comments, and some of the comments really started to get me upset. I started having flashbacks of my childhood, and I didn't like it, like what people were saying. There were a lot of good comments, but at the same time there were also probably an equal number of negative comments, and that just got me fired up, and I had to write a rant. I could not sleep that night with all of these comments going through my head. I had to pull out my notebook and write some ideas down, and here I am for another rant. Now obviously I'm not skinny. I've known this for a very long time. I've been struggling with my weight since I was a teenager. Part of it is, yes, bad eating habits. I realize that. Part of it is medical issues. And I've been bullied about it for most of the time. Since I was in about the 6th grade, I would come home every day crying because some kids would pick on me about my weight. And it's because of these experiences that I support the message of people like Whitney, who say that it's okay not to be a size 2. And that's one reason I don't like the Miss America pageants, because they promote the fact that you have to be a size, you know, your waist has to be this big in order to be considered beautiful, and that's just not true. That's not realistic in today's society, because there are people that are all different shapes and sizes. There are people that are tall and super skinny. There are people that are short and fat, and that's okay. And yes, you should try and maintain a healthy lifestyle. I'm trying to do that now, since I've had some medical issues of my own that kind of opened my eyes. But you should be able to live life to the fullest, whether you are 80 pounds or 300 pounds. I just don't understand where all of this blatant hatred comes from when somebody posts a video about being proud of the fact that they are the size that they are. I just don't understand it. And she goes through several points in this video, and I will link it below if you want to watch it, and if you want to argue with me about it, I'm fully prepared. And one of the points that she talks about is people who are fat, overweight, whatever, however term you want to phrase it, are not all obsessed with food. And this is true. While I do like my sugary drinks, my coffees, and I come from a Polish ancestry family, so there's lots of food at family gatherings, I don't have to eat all the time. I am perfectly fine going for a run, and I don't have to eat junk all the time. If I want a snack, I don't have to reach for the Ben & Jerry's. I am perfectly happy with cucumber slices or watermelon. I like to take walks with my friends. I like to take my mom's puppy for a walk, which leads to another one of her points. Bigger people like to be active and do fun stuff. This past weekend, I went to an Indians game with a bunch of my sister's friends because we're all going out getting together with the bridal party because one of her friends was in from out of town. So we went to an Indians game. This weekend, I'm going to Comic-Con with my boyfriend and my best friend and her husband, and there's going to be a lot of walking around. That's fine, and we're going to go swimming in the hotel. I like going to amusement parks. I like going on roller coasters. We don't really have one close by, so it's kind of an inconvenience to drive all the way out to Cedar Point all the time, but I do like to go there. About a month ago, no, end of July, I went to a wedding and completely danced my heart out. So, and when I go to Comic-Con, I'm going to be cosplaying. I'm going to be the 11th Doctor, who I know Matt Smith is a stick, but I'm still going to be cosplaying as the 11th Doctor. I've got everything all set up. I will have a Comic-Con video soon, so you guys can see the full outfit. I showed you the fez at the beginning. And yeah, I can still go out and do fun stuff. And as I said, I know I'm not the healthy weight for my height. I am a little more. And I have endured the health consequences of that recently. In the past few years, I have rheumatoid arthritis. I had a blood clot in my leg. Yeah, that all kind of opened my eyes. I need to change some of the things I do. I need to be a little more active. I need to go for the watermelon a little more than the Ben & Jerry's, and maybe cut back on the sugary coffees. And so here's a tip, and this is what I've been seeing the opposite of when I was reading those comments of Whitney's video. If someone in your life is overweight, and you really, really care about them, and you want to encourage them to be healthier, maybe slim down a little bit, that's okay, then be kind and considerate about it. Don't just be a jerk and say, you're fat, you need to lose weight. What the hell's wrong with you, you whale? No, that's not gonna work. That's the opposite of helpful. You have to be encouraging, and then that will be motivation. You don't want to be demeaning, because that can be very depressing. When I was in school and I was bullied for my weight, that didn't help me hit the gym. That just made me want to sit in my room and cry. Okay, so you have to have a positive outlook to help that person have a positive outlook on what they want to do with their life and how they want to help their body. And losing weight is not easy. Trust me, it's not. I weigh myself every day, and if sometimes I'll lose a pound, sometimes I'll gain 2. It's not an easy process. Okay, you can't just hit the gym and expect to lose 30 pounds in a week. That's also not healthy either. And if you go up to that person and you are demeaning and degrading, chances are they're going to cut you out of their lives. And I would say good riddance to that, because nobody needs that kind of negativeness in their life. I'm getting so aggravated now, I can't even focus on my notes of what I was going to say. And I'll use my boyfriend as an example of being positive with someone who is overweight. Okay, look at this picture. See? This is from the wedding we went to in July. Yes, he's a lot skinnier than me. He's also shorter than me. So I like to pick on him and stand on my tippy toes. But aside from that, yes, he's skinnier than me. But he's been with me through my major health scares. He was holding my hand in the hospital last year when I was battling a blood clot in my leg. And he knows about my other health issues. He sees me hobble around when I have my really bad days with my arthritis, which are increasing now that the weather's changing to fall and winter, and I get up and I can hardly walk. So he's seen me go through all that. And he encourages me to go for a walk even when I'm tired after work. Or reminds me, you know, we have some leftovers at home from when you went to dinner at your parents' house and you made dinner, you made something healthy. Why not have that, warm that up instead of grabbing McDonald's after work? Or when we were making our arrangements for Comic-Con, he made sure that we had a hotel with a pool in it, because when I go swimming before I have to walk around all day, that helps me not be in as much pain afterwards. He even bought me a scale. He was really funny about it. He comes up to me one day when I get home from work and was like, I don't want you to be offended, but I thought it would help you track your weight a little bit, so I bought you a scale. Please don't be mad at me. So I couldn't be mad at that. I'd been considering buying a scale myself, so I couldn't be mad at that. You know, he was just so sweet about it. And that is an example of how a person should act if you want to help somebody to be healthier and lose weight. And at the same time, while he's encouraging me to become slimmer, he's at the same time telling me that he thinks I'm beautiful and there's more of me to love. And he thinks I'm beautiful no matter what size I am. So that's what I love about him. And if you have somebody in your life who's overweight, if they're proud of the way they look, fine. If they're active, we'll use Whitney as an example. She's out there, she's active, she's taking part in activities, she's posting those dance videos. I don't know if she's still doing them now since she got a reality show, but she was posting these really cool dance videos. So you can be super active and be healthy and be a higher weight. That is possible. But if you have someone who has medical issues and you want them to, and their weight has contributed to that, and you want them to be healthy, if you really care about them, you will be more supportive and more encouraging, and not, as I called somebody online, a demeaning dickwad. So I think I went on for long enough. I have to edit this real quick and get on with my chores so I'm ready for work and I don't have to worry about it when I come home and when I'm packing up tomorrow to leave. So I'm just going to get with my concluding thoughts and wait for the response on this video. It's going to be interesting. So for all of you girls out there, and guys too, that are struggling with weight issues, my advice to you is hang in there. Because you are not alone. There are tons of people out there who are dealing with being too fat or too skinny. And it is possible to have a normal, healthy life. If there are people who that are in your life who disrespect you and insult you, you're better off cutting ties, because you don't need that in your life. Nobody deserves to be treated like that, no matter what size, shape, anything that they are. If there's something about you and people are disrespecting you and insulting you and degrading you and demeaning you and making you feel less of a person, no matter what it is. I've talked about weight. It can be orientation, it can be your religion, it doesn't matter. Cut those people out of your life. My favorite quote that I mentioned in one of my prior videos with my friend Lisa was Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent." And she's right. And I hope this helps, and I hope this ignites conversation. Probably will get some trolls responding to my thing, but I don't care. I'll talk with you guys too. So, have a good day. I'll have another video up soon. Will probably be my Comic-Con video. So I'm off to edit this and get my chores done before I have to go to work. So I'll see you later. Bye.